Topic is classification of costs. There are different bases on which costs are classified. The first base is on the basis of element of cost. Here, material cost. So, material cost is the um, major cost which incurs in the production of product, and labor cost. So this is also one of the major costs which incurs uh, in the production. And direct expenses, these direct expenses are spended directly, that means which we can see and which we can feel. Those expenses are called direct expenses. And overheads are processing costs, that means daily operation costs, called as overheads. And let's see the next classification on the basis of function, that means how it will work. So how it process the products. Here production cost, so it includes the material cost, expenses, labor, overheads are comes under production cost, because these are the main costs when a product is being manufactured. These costs will include in that. Administration costs, so these administration costs are the costs which incurs when the administration is done. That means appointing employees, making the budgets, making the plans, processes, and all other things. And selling costs, so these costs are the costs when product is going to sell. Transportation, warehousing, so these are all will come under selling costs. Distribution costs, so these costs are distributed among the different overheads. Finance costs are costs those if the company borrows financial assistance from other financial institutions and banks, the interest is called finance cost. And research development cost. So these costs incurs when a company conducts a research in a particular aspect. So if any costs incurred on that, so those are research and development costs. Now, costs on the basis of controllability. So, variable costs. These costs are varies with the production. If the production increases, cost will increase. If the production decreases, the cost will also decreases. And fixed costs. These costs fixed for a particular um, production or period of time. Those costs are fixed costs, like machinery, factory rent, and the other things. Semi-variable costs. These costs will vary with the production, and sometimes these costs will fixed with the production. So those costs are called as semi-variable costs. On the basis of normality. So normal costs and abnormal costs. Normal costs is those costs which incur normally in the production. Abnormal costs are these costs incurs when let's say theft of uh, goods, if any fire accidents, So those costs are called as abnormal costs. Now, on the basis of identity ability, so direct cost. Direct cost is those costs which will incur in the production. So these costs are like wages, materials, and other visible costs. And indirect costs are uh, these indirect costs is not being able to see. So those costs are called indirect costs, like depreciation, insurance, lighting, power. So these are the indirect costs. So on the basis of investment. So the next classification is on the basis of investment. So capital costs. So this is called as a return on capital. This is when a new project is going to implement it, the cost, whatever the cost incurs, those costs called as the capital costs. And revenue costs, so whatever the revenue incurs, so though that revenue is called revenue costs. So next, on the basis of time. So here it is a historical cost and predetermined cost. So here historical costs are actual costs which are incurred in the production or in any process. So those costs called as historical costs. And predetermined costs are, so when a company is going to plan anything or execute anything, if they want to control over the production or over the costs, so those costs called as predetermined costs. Next, on the basis of association with the product. So here the product cost. So product cost incurs when the production is there. If there is no production, there is no product cost. So if there is production, then the product cost will incur. And period costs. Period costs are those costs which are not necessary for production, are not incurred even if there is no any production. So these period costs are if it is not necessary for production, or these will not incur when there is no any production. On the basis of decision making. So these are some costs which will incur on making decision. So first is sunk costs. Sink costs. So sunk costs are the costs are not affected by such a change, or they are incovalent for the decision making. These are the costs not affected by the decision making, but these costs will incur. And out of pocket costs, these pocket costs are incurred when we will not expect these costs, but we have to be we have to spend some amount of money. So those costs are called as out of pocket costs. Let's say example, if transportation is there, goods is in the transportation, but the vehicle is breakdown. So if the that is the out of pocket costs example. And opportunity costs, obviously this cost is those costs when, if we are losing one, if we are selecting one opportunity, means if we are losing the other opportunity, so the difference is called opportunity cost. And immuted costs. These immuted costs are those costs that actually resulting in the using of an asset of the own firm instead of renting. So those costs called as immuted costs. And marginal cost. If one product is produced more than the limit, whatever the costs incurs, those costs called as marginal costs. and replacement cost. If company is removing old machine and replacing with the replacing with the new machine, whatever the cost incurs in that replacement, that means buying new machine, installation expenses, so those called as replacement costs. And avoidable and unavoidable costs. Avoidable costs are those costs those can be stopped by not conducting the business activity, but unavoidable costs cannot be stopped even if there is no any business activity. And differential cost is the difference between two alternative decisions. So here relevant and irrelevant costs. So relevant costs are those costs which will incur for an activity. There is an activity, then there will be the cost. And in irrelevant costs, those are like sunk costs. If there is no any activity, even then the costs will incur. And conversion cost. Conversion cost is those costs will incur raw material is converting into a product. Let's say example, the labor and the overhead. So those are the examples of conversion costs. Next is costing methods. There are two types of methods, that is specific order costing and operation costing. If you see specific order costing, job costing, so this job costing is adopted by industries where there is no standard product and each job or work order is different from the other. That means they are producing the products which are different for each job. So let's see the example. If they are producing one product in one time, that means example, a pen is produced by the a business, a company, and after completion of specific limit or the order, so then they will produce another product in the same factory or with the same machines. Those are called job costing. Next, batch costing. So it is an extension of job costing. Here, the batch is a group of identical products. All the units in a product. All the units in a particular batch are uniform in nature and size. That means here the products are different, but they are similar in the size and costs. So those are called as batch costing. Let's see the example. So ready-made garments and spare parts are the best example for the batch costing. Next is the contract costing. So here it is also known as terminal costing. So this method is similar to job costing, where the job is being big and spread over a long period. Then the contract costing method is used to prepare the accounts. So here the best example for a contract costing is the construction works. So those can be like buildings, bridges, the other projects of irrigation. So those are the job costs, but they spread over for a long time. So there the contract costing is used. And next, cost plus costing. So this cost plus cost is about when a businessman doesn't know the work, he is hesitated to quote for a work it is absolutely new to him, and to other person also, so the both person doesn't know the work, then the contractor and the person is unable to estimate the cost of the works, so um, which is offered to him for execution. So it is decided with the contractor that he would be paid the total cost of work, whatever it be, and plus profit at a certain percentage on the total cost. So though that means the cost and profit is paid to the worker for completing the work which is given to him. Next, operation costing. Here, output costing. This is adopted by the concerns where the production is continuous and only one product or a few types of similar products are produced in that industry. So here they will use output costing. That means the products could be similar to each other. And the process costing. So process costing is it is also called as continuous costing. In certain industries, the raw material passes through different processes before it takes the shape of final products. So that means it has to cross the different levels to be final product. Let's see the examples: chemicals and textiles. Now next, service costing. So service costing is used for a determining the cost per unit of service rendered. Here each and every unit is calculated which the service is rendered to different units. Here the best definition is the cost of a specific service and function. So they will be charging a cost for performing specific service or function. Let's see example of canteen. If a industry maintaining a canteen for the sake of the employees, so those canteen expenses are separately costed for providing those that service to the employees. Next is composite costing. It is also called as multiple costing. It is a type of accounting method used when goods are sold that contain several other parts, and these parts are cost differently. So here when goods are sold, but those goods are different from each other, so each type of goods is costed separately. So that is why we are calling is composite costing or multiple costing. Here for example, television and computers can be sold by the same company, but these two will cost differently. So here when the company is preparing cost, they will be using the multiple costing method to calculate the cost incurred by the company. Now this is about the classification of costs and costing methods. So there are different types of costs as well as different types of costing methods to prepare accounts to determine to ascertain costs for different products, for different works or there in production. So these are very important for a company, which kind of method is to they should follow for their production type. So the selecting casting method is very important for each and every manufacturing company. Here, if the selection of casting is wrong for the production which actually they are producing in the company, so the company may incur losses in very short period. So choosing the correct casting method and calculating and ascertaining the costs are very important for each and every manufacturing company.